Hi Diana, I'm James, and today I would like to talk about the medical health care. I divide into this for the three parts, three summaries and one response. The three summaries including the two videos and one article. About the first article that I watched is just said by the Eric Topol, the wellness future of medicine. The first video tell us that the things about how the phone, the technology reflects our life. Like, let's say this crop that influenced our life. Like, it's not invited as 1816. It's nowadays. The author said it's nowadays, like 2016 years. I mean today, and the spacecraft is just replaced by the handheld ultrasound. It's a new spacecraft, more sensitive in the body, and you will get like more healthy life in the future in the future time. And this is kind of big medical revolution. The wellness devices totally changed our life. The digital medical devices, and you can check your own body just like to check your email. It's very easy to check your own body data. It's like you can check all of them: heart rhythm, blood pressure, oxygen, temperature, everything you can change just in your own phone. This is a big change in the nowadays now. And he also divided into two parts that to how to observe your own body. First part, sleep. He also divided into sleep as four parts: wake sleep, REM sleep, light sleep, and deep sleep. This is the three steps when you sleep. And the author gives us some of the funny examples that he is pretend to sleep, and he's just observed by his wife that he's not sleeping, and trying to talk to her and to communicate with her. It is big funny part in his own video. I mean, in his own presentation. And there has some the process that I observed in it, like people send his own data into the one medium, and the medium will send images to the doctor. The doctors can via this kind of the information and to give give the patients some good suggestions, and to tell them how to protect and how to prevent to have some diseases. And also the patients also can give the own reflex by the medium by themselves. This is kind of the good circles about it. And there's a ZQ score, not IQ score, okay, to pretend to record your sleeping situation, your sleeping good or not. And the author mentioned that the second part is like the disease. The most disease that's influenced a lot, I mean, appear a lot is diabetes. Over almost 24 million people have this kind of disease. Most of them are men. Okay, let's get the things together. That to summarize it, is like the mobile phone makes the bigger difference than the other lives of the people more quickly in the previous technology. That phone is the big part of it. This is not just a theory, because this author mentioned that there has a real company in San Diego is operate these things, that there has a good plan of it. The first is like to take the innovation, second development, the third is the clinical trial validation, and the last one is the most important one, is like to change the model practice, medical practice. This is about the first video. The second video is talk about the biofuture joint replacement. Is said by presented by the Kevin Stone. This video is shorter than the first one, but it also has some good information about it. He also mentioned that this is a biological replacement, not only a not only is something like to change some artificial replacements. Just it's not only the disease can make you dead or something like. Also the asteroids also can ruin your life like 50%. And the author took himself and his wife and some very good champions in the skying champion to be examples that to let the people don't feel fear about this kind of surgery. It's very safe and very effective in some ways. And there's a lot of people do this kind of surgery because there's not very lot of people do the surgery because it's very expensive. So he used the bioreplacement to use some animals parts to replace in some ways. Okay, let's talk about the one article. The article that's called the medical technology takes the changing the healthcare. It's the authors. The author is John Maricis. The authors give us the theory like that. Something influenced our life, also influenced the hospital, the people's body. That there's more theories on it. Just like not only can just using the Nikes shoes, just as mentioned before, the author mentioned before, into the first video, and use more life equipment to get involved in this kind of the things in all of the world. Not just to be more simple to say is like more professionally to use the equipment, and to join the to just related to the series that's Eric Topol's theory, and about my reflection in the whole video, in the whole things that I into the medical science, medical health care. I have to say that our life and our future is changing day by day. That I have to say that people will live longer than the previous time because people are trying to be longer, live longer in several different ways. You can see there's not only one person who cares about the medical health care. There's thousands of people like who is watching the TED Talk, who is presenting the TED Talk, is trying to observe our attention. That I believe one day the whole medical health care will change. That will totally get benefits from the whole human society. That's my summaries and my response about the whole video. Thanks.